Drake just set the entire internet ablaze after confirming what fans had been whispering about for weeks. The rumors were true. He's been secretly hiding a second child, and this time there's no denying it. During a late-night live stream that stunned millions of viewers, Drake finally admitted the truth, saying, asterisk, "Yeah, I got another son. I kept it private, but it's true." Asterisk. Shortly after, reports surfaced that Drake had an entire family courtroom in Toronto shut down. No one was allowed inside, not even the sketch artist. A complete lockdown. And this happened right after Kendrick Lamar exposed him on Meet the Grams, rapping that Drake had been hiding a secret daughter from the world. Think about it. A locked courtroom, media ban, total silence. What could possibly be hidden that deep? So now everyone's asking, was Kendrick telling the truth all along? The moment those lyrics dropped, chaos erupted across social media. Timelines flooded with disbelief. Memes spread like wildfire, and Drake found himself dragged back into the same scandal he swore he'd left behind. The one that started with his first hidden child, Adonis. Within minutes, hashtags like hashtag Drake's second child and hashtag hidden baby dominated trending lists worldwide. Fans were furious, accusing him of repeating history like nothing had changed. Critics dissected his every word and motive, while insiders claimed Drake's silence wasn't just about protecting his family. It was driven by fear. Fear of public backlash. Fear of damaging his image. Fear of shattering the perfect father persona he's been rapping about for years. But fans aren't buying it anymore. The internet's calling him out, accusing him of using the same worn-out excuses, saying he can't have it both ways, bragging about being a devoted dad in public while allegedly hiding the truth behind closed doors. Kendrick Lamar's claim that Drake has a daughter only fueled the fire. In one of Kendrick's music videos, a hidden clue in the background reportedly proved that the mole had been planted by Drake himself. Now, the pressure is rising fast, and this time, it looks like Drake might not be able to charm his way out of it. And here's the twist that sent the internet into overdrive. Reports claim the mother of Drake's second child was allegedly planning to go public before Drake decided to confess himself. That move forced Drake to scramble into damage control mode, desperately trying to take back control of the narrative before it spiraled completely out of his hands. But with his reputation already hanging by a thread, bruised from ongoing feuds with Kendrick Lamar and tainted by multiple emotional outbursts on Instagram Live, this latest confession feels like the final crack in what was once his unshakable image. For years, Drake built his brand on confidence, charisma, and carefully crafted vulnerability. But now, that image is slipping. Fans who once defended him are turning against him, dragging him online for what many are calling asterisk courtside Karen energy. Asterisk, the nickname spread fast after reports surfaced that Drake had once again found himself standing before a judge, this time for reasons that have nothing to do with the scandals that originally exposed his secret family. But here's where things take a bizarre turn. Word began spreading like wildfire across social media when claims surfaced that Aubrey Graham was allegedly trying to legally change his name to Lori. At first, no one could believe it. Within minutes, Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit were flooded with jokes, memes, and wild conspiracy theories about what could possibly motivate such a strange and sudden decision. Was a rebrand, a cover-up, or something even deeper connected to the personal drama unraveling behind closed doors? Then things got even more chaotic when a clip allegedly filmed by David Lewis wall leaked online. The footage reignited the internet, reminding fans of the last time Drake was caught hiding a major secret. Back in 2018, Drake was famously exposed for concealing the existence of his first son, Adonis. The revelation blindsided fans and critics alike, forcing him to address the situation publicly after Pusha T's diss track, The Story of Adidon, outed him to the world. Now, with Kendrick Lamar's recent accusations, it feels like deja vu. Another child, another hidden truth. In Meet the Grams, Kendrick directly referenced Drake's past, dropping a chilling line. Asterisk, don't have a kid to hide again. Asterisk, the lyric immediately sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, suggesting Drake was repeating history, this time with a daughter he's allegedly keeping from the public. Later in the track, Kendrick seemed to speak directly to this supposed child, rapping, asterisk, "Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father's not active inside your world." Asterisk, the verse hit hard, not just as a lyrical jab, but as an emotional accusation, painting Drake as a man trapped between his private guilt and his public image. Now, fans are left wondering if there's truth behind the bars or if Kendrick's just playing the industry's most dangerous game, exposing secrets that were never meant to see the light of day. Either way, the damage is done. Drake's silence only fuels the fire, and the world is watching. waiting to see whether he'll come clean once again or let the mystery consume what's left of his legacy. Footage recently surfaced showing Drake sneaking into a family court building in Toronto, dressed low-key in a dark hoodie, head down, clearly doing everything he could to avoid being seen by the press or fans. The second the clip hit social media, both fans and insiders started asking the same burning question. If this isn't about Adonis or the second child he just admitted to, then what on earth is Drake really hiding? The mystery keeps getting deeper, and every new piece of information only makes things look worse. Whatever is happening behind those tightly closed courtroom doors, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. This isn't just another routine legal hearing. It's starting to feel like the sequel to his first baby scandal. Only this time, the stakes are higher, the mess is bigger, and the truth could change everything. Drake's legal troubles seem to be piling up fast, and the carefully curated image he's built over the years, that of a devoted, mature, and evolved father, is beginning to crack under pressure. What once looked like a picture-perfect portrait of growth and responsibility is now unraveling in real time, right in front of millions watching online. Sources allegedly close to the case claim that Drake has no real intention of stepping up this time either. Instead, he's choosing to stay silent, dodge questions, and let the rumors spin wildly out of control, all while hiding behind vague public statements and expensive distractions. With every court appearance, the situation gets murkier, and that once unshakable family man image continues to fade. According to insiders, Drake has been intentionally distancing himself from certain family ties he doesn't want the public to know about. Meanwhile, fans who once praised him for stepping into fatherhood are now watching that reputation collapse right before their eyes. One headline, one leak, and one secret at a time. Drake just had an entire family courtroom in Toronto shut down. No one allowed inside, not even the sketch artist. A total lockdown. And this comes right after Kendrick Lamar exposed him in Meet the Grams, rapping that Drake's been hiding a secret daughter from the world. Think about it, a family court with locked doors and banned media? What else could be hidden that deep? So the question everyone's asking is simple. Was Kendrick telling the truth? Each silence, each ignored question, each carefully worded lawyer statement that says absolutely nothing. Together, they paint a darker picture, one of a man desperately trying to maintain control, while everything around him unravels. And this latest low-profile court visit only poured gasoline on the fire. Sitting in that courtroom, hoodie up and head down, might have seemed harmless at first glance. But the optics were brutal. To anyone paying close attention, Drake looked like a man drowning in problems, hoping to slip by unnoticed. Every move he makes now feels calculated. The body language, the secrecy, the silence, all signs of someone who knows the walls are closing in. Instead of confronting the storm head-on, Drake seems stuck playing the same old game. Dodge the heat, deflect the blame, distract the public. Observers online have even given it a name, the Karen cycle or asterisk robbery loop. Asterisk is a pattern they say Drake can't seem to break. The cycle always starts the same way. A new controversy erupts. Leaked court papers, shady label disputes, or whispers about another hidden family. And rather than address anything directly, Drake performs the same predictable routine. Silence, deflection, a few vague captions, maybe a cryptic Instagram story. Then, boom, a distraction. But every time he dodges the truth, it only makes him look guiltier. Fans are starting to see through the act, calling him out for repeating the same tired playbook over and over again. What was once seen as mysterious now just looks manipulative. This time, though, feels different. The combination of another sealed court hearing and fresh rumors about a possible secret child has pushed everything to a breaking point. The internet isn't just questioning his music anymore. They're questioning the man behind the mic. That carefully curated family man image Drake spent years polishing is beginning to crack. And with every headline, every rumor, and every unanswered question, the shine fades a little more. Fans are now saying that Drake's so-called family man persona feels less like reality and more like a marketing strategy, a carefully polished brand used to maintain sympathy and sell records. And instead of clearing the air or speaking up once for all, Drake keeps running the same tired playbook, brushing off explosive headlines like background noise while flooding social media with filler content for his humor and half-baked distractions. His ongoing refusal to face the truth head-on has critics asking the real question: how long can he keep this up before the illusion completely falls apart? Because the cracks are already showing, and with each new headline, they spread faster. The moment Drake was spotted slipping into family court, cameras flashing, reporters swarming, he wasted no time flipping the narrative. His counterattack came swiftly, the release of the now infamous Nokia music video. But let's be honest, This wasn't just about music. It was a calculated smokescreen, a distraction designed to pull everyone's focus away from the courtroom whispers and redirect it toward rap drama. And it didn't stop there. Around that same time, Drake posted a series of cryptic images, one showing a podium with no caption, and another that fans swore looked eerily similar to him sneaking out of the courthouse. The internet lit up instantly, dissecting every clue, every caption, every shadow. At first, people thought it was just another petty jab at Kendrick Lamar, a subtle attempt to reignite their rivalry and dominate headlines again. But soon, it became clear this wasn't about beef at all. It was a desperate attempt to control the spotlight before it exposed him completely. Looking back now, those posts feel less like coincidences and more like breadcrumbs in a long trail of cover-ups. The pattern is too sharp to ignore. Every time a scandal threatens to break, Drake hides behind stage rollouts, luxury photo shoots, or carefully timed feuds. Anything to shift attention away from the truth. But instead of outsmarting the narrative, these flashy distractions only make him look more desperate, as if he's scrambling to bury something before it catches up to him. And if that wasn't bad enough, even people within his own circle seem to be hinting that something serious is brewing behind the scenes. A recent insider report from those close to his team suggested the problems piling up aren't just minor PR hiccups. They're deeper, more personal, and far harder to contain. Whatever's happening, it's clear that Drake's empire isn't built on the unshakable image it once was. And this time, the mask might not hold much longer. Now, with courtroom appearances piling up and sketches of a mystery woman allegedly tied to the case circulating online, it's clear that Drake's usual tricks just aren't working anymore. The charm, the cryptic captions, the surprise drops, none of it is enough to distract from what's happening off camera. The pattern is painfully obvious now. Every time the pressure builds, Drake fires off something flashy, a new track, a bizarre live stream, a vague post meant to stir chaos, anything to drown out the noise. But this time, fans aren't falling for it. The internet's too sharp, the receipts too messy, and cracks' image are too deep to ignore. Instead of stepping up and clearing the air, Drake seems to be powering up the diversion machine all over again, repeating the same formula that's failed him before. And the deja vu is real. It feels like a replay of the moment Pusha T exposed his first hidden child and flipped the rap world upside down. But this time, the stakes are higher. Kendrick Lamar is still firing relentless shots. The industry is watching every move, and those quiet courtroom whispers are growing louder by the day. The tension's building fast, and all it would take is one leaked detail, one photo, one document to blow everything wide open. Right now, Drake's credibility is hanging by a thread. If the wrong truth slips out at the wrong time, his entire empire could collapse in real time, right in front of the world. It reeks of pure desperation. Teasers, cryptic posts, and insider leaks are already trickling out, signaling yet another big drop. But this doesn't look like creative artistry or a calculated rollout. It looks like damage control. Drake knows exactly how the system works. The moment he drops new music, engagement farms and fan pages will flood social media, burying all those messy headlines about his private life under a wave of shiny streaming stats and fake excitement. But here's the catch. The more he leans on distractions, the guiltier he looks. Every deflection, every cryptic post, every mysterious teaser just fuels more suspicion and adds fire to the rumors he's trying so hard to bury. It's like watching someone patch a leaking roof with tape while the storm gets stronger. At this point, the question isn't whether Drake's tricks still work. It's how long before the truth cuts through the smoke and brings his carefully built empire crashing down. Fans are divided. The industry's whispering in the silence from Drake's camp is starting to sound louder than any song he could drop. So, what do you think? Is Drake's empire about to crumble under the weight of his own secrets, or will he pull off another slick escape like he always does? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed, because this story's heating up fast, and it's not cooling down anytime soon. And just when people thought it couldn't get any stranger, Drake's latest move has fans shaking their heads in disbelief. Instead of sitting down for a real interview with respected cultural voices, people like Elliott Wilson, Sway, Zane Lowe, or even DJ Academics, who's long had his back, Drake went straight back to Bobby Althoff. The reunion clip was teased online like some kind of triumphant comeback moment. But let's be real, it's not fooling anyone. To most fans, it looked like yet another carefully staged distraction. Another entry in Drake's endless playbook of avoiding accountability while trying to rewrite the narrative through comedy and viral clips. The game hasn't changed, but the audience has. People are finally starting to see through it, and this time, it might backfire spectacularly. The optics said it all, without a single word being spoken. This wasn't about honesty, accountability, or Drake stepping up to face the music. It was about dodging hip-hop scrutiny at all costs. Choosing Bobby Althoff, a comedian best known for awkward viral moments, didn't come off as a clever PR move. It looked like a full-blown retreat. Instead of standing tall and facing the culture head-on, Drake hid behind comedy, turning what could have been a powerful moment of truth into a circus of distraction. The setting, the tone, the forced laughter, everything about it screamed escape, not engagement. Fans saw right through it, and they didn't hold back online. And that's where things started to get even messier. People haven't forgotten how that first Bobby Althoff interview became the spark that lit the match. That awkward sit-down months ago wasn't just another viral moment. It was a domino that sent everything spiraling out of control. It created endless headlines, fueled nonstop drama, and even helped push Kendrick Lamar to go harder in their now infamous feud. That single interview shifted the tide against Drake, turning what could have been a PR win into one of the biggest embarrassments of his career. And now, unbelievably, he's repeating the exact same mistake. The message couldn't be clearer. Drake doesn't want tough questions. Not from hip-hop journalists. Not from insiders. And definitely not from anyone who can hold him accountable. Instead, he's using lightweight viral comedy as a shield, hoping that laughter will drown out the heavier truth closing around him. But every dodge, every awkward punchline, every forced laugh just makes one thing painfully clear. Drake is hiding something much bigger than he wants the world to see. The act is wearing thin, and the audience isn't laughing anymore. Too afraid to sit down with real hip-hop platforms and respected interviewers, Drake did the most predictable thing possible. He ran straight into skits and comedy clips. Engagement farms flooded timelines with memes, fake laughs, and short-lived distractions. But this time, the internet isn't fooled. Everyone can see the cracks forming, and the truth he's trying to avoid is starting to shine through louder than the jokes he's hiding behind. Now, the question isn't just what's happening inside that courtroom. It's how long Drake can keep this juggling act alive before everything finally crashes down. Every post, every distraction, every sudden rollout is being dissected harder than ever, and the clock is ticking louder with each passing day. Here's the real kicker. The truth didn't even leak from a rival or an industry setup. It wasn't some hungry blogger chasing clicks. The most damaging details came from an outsider, an everyday observer who didn't even fully know who Drake was, casually referring to him as the singer. And that's what makes it all even more suspicious. Because this time, it's not coming from insiders, haters, or rival camps. It's coming from someone with no agenda, no motive, and no reason to lie. That makes the secrecy around Drake's courtroom saga look more questionable than ever. From leaked sketches of him sneaking into court to last-minute show cancellations and mysteriously shifting timelines, the pattern is undeniable. Every new move, every cryptic post, every distraction he tries to throw out only adds more fuel to the fire. No rollout, no flashy stunt, and no gimmick can erase what's right in front of us. The evidence is stacking up, and the more he runs or deflects, the clearer it becomes that something serious is brewing behind the curtain. Drake can flood social media with smoke, jokes, and music videos all he wants, but the truth doesn't stay buried forever. And with each new leak surfacing, it's starting to feel less like rumor and more like a countdown, a ticking clock until he's forced to face it head-on. If Kendrick Lamar's ruthless bars about hidden family secrets and courtroom chaos end up being true, this could go down as one of the biggest falls from grace hip-hop has ever seen. The streets are watching, the industry is circling, and fans everywhere are waiting for that breaking point, the moment the mask finally slips. So now it's your turn. What do you think about Drake's courtroom antics, his constant deflections, and the way he keeps spinning the narrative? Is this just another chapter in the survival playbook? Or are we watching the beginning of the end for one of rap's biggest stars? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button, share this wild story, and don't forget to subscribe, because the next video is about to break down even more heat, and you won't want to miss it. See you in the next one.